Hey food fans, Chef Bjaf here again, cooking another great recipe. Today we're going to be grilling some salmon on hickory chips. Delicious. We're going to do all this real easy and quick. I've got a package of wild salmon gone wild Soho Saka salmon.
What kind?
Saka. The first thing I'm going to do with my salmon here is I'm going to take it out of the plastic bag. I'm not going to need that. Now, if your salmon smells,
pitch it.
yeah.
Just
and that's
pitch
too
it.
bad because this stuff's expensive. You don't want to do that. I'm going to give it a little rinse anyway because it's been frolicking with the other salmon in the fish case. Now my salmon has skin on it. I like it that way because the way I'm going to cook it, but if you don't want yours with skin, you could just ask the fishmonger to take the skin off. Now, even though it's a fillet, it might have some bones. So the way to find the bones on a piece of salmon is to kind of curl your salmon around like this and feel up. Oh, I'm not saying feel it up, but
feel up on it.
Get up all up in it. But if you kind of curl it around like this, you'll feel the bones out this way. And the bones in this wild salmon are kind of small. So even if you leave some in there, it's not going to be terrible. But one of the things that really kind of puts people off eating fish is when they get a bone in their mouth. Now, some people like a bone in their mouth, and I'm not going to judge, but for salmon, I prefer no bones. Now this one has a lot more bones in it than I will bones off. And I don't need this right now. I'm going to set it aside for a minute. Bam! Okay. Whoops. I hope I don't get sued for that. Now, what else are we going to do? Well, we're going to make a topping that we're going to put on our salmon. So I'm going to use 1 green onion. Okay? I'll rinse this bad boy off. I'll take a towel, dry them. I'm going to use this paper towel later to store my green onions. Just get rid of that. And just give this a real quick little chop through. And I think one of the reasons people don't cook enough fish is they're like, how do I cook it? I know how to fry it, I know how to broil it, I know how to pan fry it. But if you have some creative ways of making it with sauces or toppings, you might eat it more often. Fish is really good for you. It helps keep your cholesterol down. It's a great source of protein. It's low in fat, and it's really delicious. Okay, so I've got some green onion chopped up. Now, I'm going to start off with one of my favorite things, mayonnaise. In my world, there's only one kind of mayonnaise. I can't say what it is until they start paying me. I'm going to use, that's 1 tablespoon, that's 2 tablespoons. And that's all I'm going to use there. I'm going to take some sweet honey mustard. Sweet honey mustard. And I'm going to use just about a teaspoon of sweet honey mustard. I'm going to put about a ½ teaspoon of lemon juice in here. I'm using it straight out of this bottle. If you want to use real lemon juice, well, that'd probably be awesome. Okay, I've got some Old Bay seasoning. I'm sprinkling in there. It's probably about a ½ teaspoon. If you're a freak and you want to measure stuff out, I don't measure crap, okay? Not interested in it. I'm putting some ground pepper to taste, just a little pinch, action. Not very much salt, action. And I couldn't find fresh dill today, and I would normally use fresh dill, but they didn't have any in the store. So I'm using some dry dill. And this is about a half a teaspoon of dry dill. And get that going. Mix that up just a little bit. Throw in my green onions. Now, I think I invented this, but then I think I invented a lot of things, so I could be mistaken. But all I have now, as you can see, is this little mixture right here, or not. You got that going there, honey? You're making people sick? You're doing the Blair Witch Project? A lot of people have been asking, hey, in your last video, did your wife have a Ziploc on her butt crack? Well, yes, she did. It was an ice pack butt crack. A little back thing going on. She's bringing ice pack back. Yeah. She's got it in her butt crack. Anyway, she won't be making an appearance tonight. Okay, so that's all mixed up. Super easy. And then the next thing we're going to do is take some aluminum foil. I'm using heavy duty for this. And the aluminum foil has got to be at least the size of my fish. Now, watch this. This is crazy. I'm making like a little pan out of my aluminum foil. And then I've got these wood chips that I've been soaking for about a half hour. They're hickory chips. You can use mesquite, you can use whatever you want. Taking water off. I'm spreading them on my pan here. So this is a 16-ounce cup, and I know that because I drink a lot out of it. I'm just putting the wood chips down on the bottom here. Now you can use one of these cedar planks, and you can buy these in the store. You can only use them a couple, 2-3 times, and they're not cheap, but these wood chips work the same way. Now I'm using a fish that has skin on the bottom, so I don't care to put the fish right down on the wood chips. But if you're using a fish, and you can do this with any fish, we're doing it with salmon, but if you want to do it with whatever, tuna, mahi, whatever, and it doesn't have skin on the bottom, that's okay. What you're going to want to do is take another piece of aluminum foil, spread it on top of your wood chips, and then poke holes in it, and then put your fish on that, and then because the wood chips will stick to the bottom. And all we're going to do is take our mixture that we just made together, no problemo. We're going to slather it onto our gorgeous Toho sockeye salmon. That I'm pretty sure was caught fresh yesterday by a grizzly bear and then wrestled out of his hands. What? That could happen. I got Discovery Channel. I see it all the time. Alright, so all we got this slathered on there, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to just throw this on the grill on medium heat. We're going to close the grill and let it cook until it's about done. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a second. Here's what we got. It's nice, huh? Yeah, it's real pretty. Now, how are we going to serve this bad boy? Well, I'm just going to take a spatula, and I'm going to take a portion, and I'm going to just cut a little portion off, and then I'm just going to serve it off of the skin. We're not going to eat the skin. I'm just going to slide the skin off. I'm going to slide the salmon off where the skin is, and it's going to come right off. If it doesn't, don't freak out. It's still going to be yummy. Hey, Chef Bjaf, sorry about the extra long video, and you had to watch it twice to see the finished product, but look, hey, we showed you something finished, so we're working on it. Something a little bit something special. Grilled salmon from our kitchen. Now go ahead and make it in your kitchen.